Welcome to the Hall of Dreams. This is where your dreams become reality. Submit your levels in the form below, and every episode I'll pick one. And another one from my Patreon supporters. Hehe, I like the money. Also, I'm making the songs for these myself as well. People think that's cool, right? Starting off, we got this level from my patron CloudMan. I just started with it because it fits this point of the level. I'm not a sellout. Okay, maybe a little bit. This is the part I'll be reimagining. First thing that sticks out to me are these stars, so that's what I started with. Here's a cool level called Flipbook from my homie Butt Stallion PC. Basically, this effect works by linking up a bunch of move triggers flipping through the different frames, kinda like an actual flipbook. So I did something similar and looped it using some collision block magic. Sky time, that's a nice sky. I'll give it a stepped gradient out of 10. Alright, now for the gameplay. The thing that stands out to me about this part is the way the blocks kinda shimmer. I thought I could take that a step further with something like this part in Next Yesterday. So I got to work making some real slopey structures for some real slopey gameplay. Tried to mix in some interesting mechanics with these orbs. This orb follows the player, keeping them in the air, and these ones follow just the player Y at different speeds, which I think is kinda cool. Now for the actual effect. I used a bunch more slopey slopes and pulsed them at different intervals. I could have varied the shapes more, but I didn't really have time, so I just used the same slope for all of them. Looks kinda icy, so I just went with the icy theme. After adding a base and an outline to make the blocks pop, I put down some sparkles to make things even shinier. Then I added this blizzard effect. It adds some energy that this part was lacking in, made with more collision block looping, property of Jam Attack Incorporated. I put down some sparkling ice water that would make any duck jealous, and some icicles hanging from the top structures. I tried to put them in places where the water would run down and collect in, just adding some important realism to my $2 square game level, don't mind me. Orbs were a little wacky, just floating there all by themselves, so I gave them a little orb deco. That's not how that should work. So I gave them some orb deco. This part was getting pretty close to being done. The background felt a little empty, so I made some really beautiful detailed art. Just kidding. I copied and pasted the same star like 50 times. You think I actually care about making this good? Here's some indicators, cause this gameplay is confusing as shimmering Jiminy. We're just about done. Something's missing though. Ah, that's better. Pulsing pulses are always a plus. Alright, I guess I took a little creative liberty on this remake, but you can tell it's a remake of the original as long as I specifically tell you that it is. Okay, look, it has stars, it has shiny blocks, and that's all that matters. Just watch the part already. But wait, there's more. A long time ago, I actually announced I'd be doing this series, and then didn't do it for multiple years. One of the levels submitted was Lunar Escape by Empika. Hey, I know that guy. He made the funny tower level with Jam Attack song. That's right, he's also made other levels, and I've routinely stolen his ideas. Just look at this part in an unfinished level of his. That's oddly familiar. So today we'll be consensually stealing Lunar Escape, particularly this part. Well, I think that's enough procrastinating. This video should get to 8 minutes. This time, I started with the gameplay. We're gonna be starting out with a robot, so that means no fixed camera borders. I gotta know where the camera goes to make things that, follow the camera. I tried to have some repeating mechanics with this robot, and for this next ship part, I wanted to make it nice and curvy. No straight ships on my watch. I also tried to get a gradual upward trend in the way the gameplay moves, to give the player a sense of inevitable and impending doom. After messing around for a bit, I came up with this background using looped color triggers. I tried varying the scale on these a bit, but that didn't really help much. I tried toning it down some and, it looks passable. Here's a little gradient I made that makes the colors pop. Moon time. That's a nice moon. Except it's not. You know what would be better? A freaking black hole. There's this really cool effect that's used in both Darkness Keeper and Illusion of Space. So I'm just gonna yoink. That's cool, but it doesn't feel impending or doomy enough. Using follow triggers, I added some sporadic movement, and now this thing's got energy. Here's a cool moon effect I made that I'm not even gonna try to explain. What? What is even happening? Fair to say it went pretty well. The background felt a little bit lacking, so I added more stars. I live and breathe originality. Now would be a great time to move on to block design, I hear you saying, and I totally agree. So next I added some clouds. I really like this one part in Berserk, and I thought it'd be cool to do something similar. I made some rows of clouds and looped their movement with a trigger that you'll never guess. Scaling each layer of clouds was a breeze using a ×10 scaled square so that they, geez, that's a mouthful, so that they could all follow the collision block at the right speeds. That's not what I'd call the right speeds. There, that feels a lot better. Alright, block design for real now. What the hell do I do for block design? I decided to break up the design into two parts. For the first part, I stayed true to this rocky design from the original level. Honestly, that wasn't my brightest idea. I found a few ways to make this work. First of all, having some shape to the structures instead of just rectangles helped a lot. Added this crack texture and a nice bold outline to make them pop. A little bit of gradient can't hurt. Put down a bunch of these chains because I didn't have any better ideas, and added some spooky, scary rising lava. Now, the other common theme in Lunar Escape is this tech-themed block design, so I used that for the spikes and a couple other little structures holding these rocks up. For the second part though, I did a lot more with this tech theme. I had no idea what in the lunar name I was doing, but somehow these look passable. So yeah, I did what I always do when I come up with a good block design. It's okay guys, Vibrant copy and paste things too. Did this because I'm not a monster, then added some more lava. This part still felt a little empty, so I added in these background pillars and oh god, that's not how they're supposed to look. There we go. To add a little more life, I added these lights to help sell the tech theme a bit more. Finally added these slopes because I'm lazy and tired of working on this. Done! Well, okay, now it's done. Pulses are my lifeblood. Here's the part. Well, that was fun. You know, I'm not going to be able to do a lot of these because these take a really long time to make. But if you want to try making your own like little remakes, kind of like I did in this video, I think it might be cool to like start a hashtag hallofdreamsgd, and just upload your video on really any platform. It could be YouTube or some other platform with that hashtag, and I'll just see what you guys make. There's not really an incentive to do it. It just seems like it could be cool. Yeah, thanks to my Patreon supporters. Here's their names. I can make money. I like money. Weird thing happened. I got YouTube channel memberships enabled just now. Like, that happened really fast, but now I have both Patreon and YouTube channel memberships. So I'm just kind of rolling with it for now. I have pretty much complete parity between the two. They have the same perks. You can join either one. You can join both of them if you want for some reason. It doesn't exactly double your perks or anything. Yeah. Oh, would you look at that? The video's over 8 minutes. Okay, bye!